Yeah, that it is on track. Nothing very special. It has left the Earth's gravitational field. Can't say Earth's gravitational field, just the orbiting the Earth. Pankaj ji, I have one private question, personal question to you. अब आप तो आईसीआईसीआई में है ना? हाँ हाँ. In which company you said? Yeah. Oh, but there was a gentleman, no, who was in ICICI. Oh, so he's not coming anymore, no? No, no, I was interested to know that is about a bank transaction which was, it is for a friend of mine, a bank transaction which was done 20 years. Which bank? Acha, okay. Okay, so what do we do today? Everybody is watching today Asian Games.
कर रहा है, आर्यन ज्वाइन कर रहा है सर। हेलो मल्लिक सर, कैसे हैं सर?
Ah, good evening. Acha,
आर्यन ज्वाइन।
Pankaj ji, what I was thinking that one day also could be reserved for people to discuss how to use mobile, how to use laptop, how to things like that, related to that, how to use chat GPT and things like that. Why don't you fix one day on which we should do those things so that our younger generation also learns about it? And why younger generation, even like say mobile thing like mobile, etc. No, I find even I am also not a good what you call in using mobiles, but there are many I find they are always struggling with using the mobile actually, and sometimes even the cyber security issue has become also very serious. The way number of people in say last 2 months, at least three of my friends have been cheated on the mobile. उनके अकाउंट से पैसा चला गया. So maybe one day we could devote, as we are devoting Saturday to science, so one day we could devote to that because that also will attract many young people and it will be useful. So, um, अभी अभी which date is now? Which day is available actually now? Sunday you are doing something very special, isn't it? Ah. Then the only other day possible is what about Thursday? Yeah, I think I'm sure you will attract more people in that. Means how to use mobiles and how cyber security and things like that. If you circulate, then you will receive more people, and young people also will join that. They are also very much interested, and they know many things which I don't know. Hello, Aryan.
Hello, hello,
Yes,
hello.
yes, we can hear you.
Okay, sir. Sir, how does a bicycle work? Hello, sir.
Yes, how does a
Sir,
bicycle
how?
work?
Yes, sir.
My God, this is a very tough question for me. How does a bicycle work? Is what you are asking basically is why a man doesn't fall when he's riding the bicycle.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that you? So, what will be your answer to this question? Hmm?
The
What
yes, sir.
will be your answer to this? What will be your answer to this question?
Uh, 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 sir, I think it is not the right answer that I'm thinking. Uh,
Hmm.
when
Never mind.
okay, sir, when we are riding on a bicycle,
Hmm.
maybe the handles could help it. Handles that you put the hand on.
Hmm.
This could that could help that to maintain the bicycle.
To maintain the balance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I also am not able to give you the answer right away, actually. I'll have to read it and tell you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So, Aryan, you have prepared any topics for Malik sir?
Yes,
Yes. What is it that you have prepared?
sir. I have prepared about quizzes.
Quasars. Quasars. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah. What is it that you can tell us?
yeah, sir. I I have also made a video about it. I think uh, quizzes
Oh, so why
are
don't you show us
extremely.
that video?
Sir, here is network issues. Sir, can you
Oh,
hear me?
network. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Quasars are extremely luminous galacticos where gases fall and dust falling into an supermassive black hole emit electromagnetic radiation across the spectrum.
Hmm.
Uh,
Sorry, there is a voice problem. There is
sir,
a problem with the. Now I can hear you.
okay, sir. The quasars formation are associated with supermassive black holes.
Hmm.
The power of a quasar originates from a supermassive black hole that are believed to exist at the core of most galaxies.
Hmm.
Um,
Yes, go ahead.
yes, sir. Sir, the power of quasars originates from supermassive black holes that are believed to exist at the cores of most galaxies. The Doppler
Hmm.
shift of stars near the cores of galaxies indicate that they are revolving around
What is
a.
what is Doppler shift?
Yes, sir.
What is a Doppler shift?
Yes, sir. There was a problem. Yes, sir. Can you repeat it?
Hmm. Just now you said Doppler shift. What is Doppler shift?
The Doppler effect or Doppler shift is the apparent change in frequency of a wave in relation to an observer moving relative to the wave source. It is named after astronomer.
Have you ever observed anywhere Doppler shift anywhere in your life somewhere, in your house or outside the house?
Yes, sir.
Did you see anywhere Doppler shift happening?
Mm. The drop in pitch of
The dropping?
ambulance sirens.
Have, have you not heard when a train is approaching,
Yes,
suppose you
sir.
are standing on the platform, and suppose
Yes, sir.
when a train is approaching, you will find that suddenly um, the sound, the frequency will increase. And when it goes
Yes,
away from you after the platform, you will find suddenly the wavelength has increased. And while it
yes,
is approaching us, wavelength has decreased.
yes.
It will become still cool like that, no?
Sir, yes. The drop in pitch.
Yes.
Ambulance sirens also, sir.
Ambulance, they do it purposefully, but in case of train, you will find that it will be happening automatically,
Yes, sir.
Even though- So same Doppler shift you are talking about in case of quasars.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in quasars also you are talking about the same Doppler shift.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now go ahead. So we have also today Deepak ji and Himanshu ji is also there, and Mrityunjay has also come.
Hello, everybody.
Yes,
Good evening, Deepak sir
good
and
evening to
Himanshu ji.
everyone.
Namaskar, namaskar, everybody.
Namaskar,
Yeah,
Deepak
Aryan,
ji.
I
Aryan
was
was
listening.
yes, about quasar he is talking about.
Yeah, I just heard his explanation about Doppler effect, which is very good. I remember I had also read about Doppler effect when I was studying physics in my class 11th and 12th. So yeah,
Hmm.
the apparent change in frequency because of motion
Yes.
is Doppler's effect. Yeah, very good. So Aryan, what I would request you to do is imagine you are standing on a platform and a very high speed train is approaching you and it is blowing its
Hello, sir.
whistle.
Your voice is low.
Yeah, so you are standing on a platform, Aryan, and a train is approaching you at very high speed and it is blowing its
Yes,
whistle. Now you are standing on the platform, it comes, it goes past you and then goes away. Can you
yes.
can you mimic that sound effect? Can you try mimicking it here? How would it sound to you?
Mm. Sir, I can't mimic it.
Why have you never stood on a platform with a train approaching you and then running past you and then going away from you?
Sir, I don't remember.
Is Aryan trying to mimic the sound, the train?
No, sir.
Okay.
You
But
should
can
try,
you
Aryan.
guess? Can you guess how what it will be?
No, sir.
Just try it. Just try it.
Okay.
What do you, no, not that.
I think Chaturanan sir did it about 5 minutes back. Can you not just copy him?
Now Kamya also joined, sir. Kamya, you have any question? Hello.
Yes. Yes. Malik, sir.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, I can hear you. Please tell. Today there is some problem with the with this what you call the signal actually.
Aryan, you can go the another room now. Then you can speak. Your voice is coming. Your Rudra voice is coming right now.
And Pankajji, we have today Suryans also. Why not we to get ourselves introduced?
In science session, Himanshu ji live from Canada, sir. Nice.
Oh, oh, that's good. So we have Himanshu ji and also Suryans ji. Suryans is also there.
Yes, Suryans Pratap ji, can you say something about yourself? Yeah. Please unmute. Suryans left the meeting. So, Himanshu ji, namaste. Can you say something about yourself, Himanshu ji, please?
Hello, are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, yes, Himanshu.
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, myself is Himanshu Kumar Jha. I work here in Canada in IT company, as well as I'm passionate about the photography, so I do my photography business as well. Uh, Apart from, if anyone have any questions, just I'm a simple human being, as like you, and I have a family here. I have a one kid, 6 year old, and my wife. We do live here. Uh, yeah, that's it about me. If anyone have any specific questions, I would be happy to answer.
So you
Thank
belong to
you.
which place, Himanshu ji?
So I belongs to Bhagalpur, Madhubani, Bhagalpur. I'm Himanshu Jha. So we are Mathli Brahman. So we belongs to Madhubani mainly.
Yeah, Madhubani, which village? Did you remember the village?
Its name start with K. Koila,
Koilak.
Koilar,
Yes,
Koilar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Koilak.
Koila.
Koilak,
yeah. I
right,
know a lot of
right.
people from Koilar.
Yes. So
So I'm
since,
from Koilak actually.
so since how long you have been in Canada?
Last 6.5 years in Canada. Before I was posted in Pune. So
Okay.
and before that I was in Hong Kong, Singapore, UK, and now I took the permanent role here in Canada for
So
I don't know how
Canada,
long.
which city you are in actually?
Toronto. I'm in
Okay.
Toronto.
Okay, there is a
Toronto
place
City.
of huge activities going on Toronto, isn't it?
No, it's just a Indian news channels and YouTube channels to get the TRP. That's it. Not what they are showing there on the TV. That's nothing is on the ground like that. So
Okay.
whenever I watch and my wife, we say, see what they are talking about. Like they are trying to present like they are standing here and seeing live. Nothing is like that happening here at all. So the beauty of the Canada is everyone is an immigrant. Okay, and the government is the biggest what we call in India like gunda. So gunda or whatever we call mafia, not mafia, gunda. Like without his permission, nothing will happen. Yeah, they are liberal little bit in some part, but in most of the things like a wine store, gun, not gun, but lots of things is covered by them, and they are the everything. So, and if you do anything, and if they found out, they will depute you back to your home country. So that's why not nothing is like that. What you are seeing in the
So
TV.
Himanshu,
Also.
tell me something. Do you have an OCI for India?
No, I have a PR card and I have an Indian passport. I don't
Or
need OCI.
I've just heard it has become very difficult for people who are in Canada and who also do not have an OCI. Those people are being refused visas to India now.
No,
So
as
basically,
long as they have an Indian passport. If they don't have Indian passport and if they don't have any OCI card,
yeah, that's
uh,
what I'm saying. If you have an Indian passport, then it doesn't matter at all. Then the question of a
correct,
visa doesn't arise. But if you
correct.
have taken Canadian citizenship
Hmm.
and you have not yet applied for OCI, then people who are dependent on temporary visas to come to India, they are stuck. They have
Yes,
stopped giving visas to anybody who has a Canadian passport and who wants to return to India.
correct.
Yes, I have heard that's a big problem. I have a friend who's stuck like that. And
Yeah,
imagine
because
a
the
flight
Indian
that,
government stopped the visa processing.
yes,
They
yes.
shut down here. So it's all a political angle because the to do here, he is not going to win the election next year. Only possibility of getting elected back is if Khalistani support him.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's why it's a complete political driven agenda, I will say.
yeah, yeah.
And so let's see. And always the middle class and the people who are in between get skewed. So that's expected.
That is what happens all the time.
Yeah, and been in that situation. So
But
yeah.
what about the most of the Sikh people? What they are thinking actually? Sorry, maybe we could discuss this one other. Today
Yeah.
is a science
No,
day.
see, end of the day, at least people will think differently when they will see multiple violence in their surrounding. If anybody close one get hurt, if anybody closest one bleed out, anything happen that then people become angry. Otherwise here people don't have time to do anything extra other than working hard to get the money to survive here, to be honest.
Oh,
Some
oh, is
circle
it?
peoples are everywhere, like because interest rates is too high now. Okay, uh, whoever on the good pay scale, they are well educated, and whoever is the well educated, they will not come into the picture because they can read and they can understand what is happening, unless and until someone close their family member get killed or blood out due to any particular reason, that person will not come into the picture at all. So whoever is doing this activity, very few people, and no crime, no violence here as of now captured. They are talking about sitting here. They are talking about India. So these are like a dog, just walk, local dogs. Don't worry, they will not do anything. And yeah, so that's how it is. So
So you said that you are in a photography, this thing. So okay, can you just elaborate on that? What is that photography?
yeah, so I'm like I'm IT. I'm a data and analytics guy. So I write the code. I eval the data like that. I'm being doing for a very long time. It's almost a 14 years of experience in the IT industry. But I'm very happy doing that as well. But everybody has some passion, something they whenever they do, they can do it without having a food, without any circumstance. They can do it. They will not bring the excuse if a person has some issue due to any particular reason. So like that, I have a photography, and I do photography, family photography, wedding, and all others as well. Wherever the moment come into the picture, and I love to capture those moments. That's all.
Oh, that's very nice actually. Yeah, here many would like to learn from you the photography techniques.
Yeah, we can set up a Zoom call and then I can explain what. And I have total 12 and a half year of experience. I don't do all the client. I don't take all the client. I'll tell you only after talking to the client, I take the client. That's how it is works. It's not a business. It's not my business. I'm an artist. Yes, I lose business, but I'm happy with that because if the some if you're going and selling some diamond to someone and if you don't know what is the value of that diamond, they will feel like it's a stone and you feel not better. Similar sort of
That
thing.
is
So
true.
it's in a short summary I can explain that one. So yeah, so we are in a creative business, and we have very good business here as well on that area.
Oh, that's nice. So basically, if you know, this is a platform which Pankaj ji, Pankaj ji, he is the anchor of this whole thing. He has created on Saturdays. It is a science day, so people will have children and will have experts in the group, and anybody can ask any questions. Mostly, we would invite children to ask questions and experts to answer. Even the reverse can be also true. Experts will ask questions and experts will answer. So this is a Pankaj is trying hard to build a platform, and he wants to popularize this. So all of you are welcome to this. Deepak ji, Himanshu ji, and we have Suryans. We have, I can see Suryans is there.
Yes, Suryan, it's your first day, so please say something about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Shiryans Pratap Singh.
Yes.
Uh, I am studying in class 8th.
Where do you study? In
Good in
So I study in Swami Harsevanand Public School.
Maybe not that one. The rest is good.
Himanshu ji, can you mute? Lot of yes, please. Himanshu.
sorry. Yeah.
Sir, I study in Swami Harsevanand Public School.
Mm-hmm.
where is that?
Sir, there are 5 branches, but I study in Marshara, Ghorawal.
No, no. Which city is that?
Sir, Ghorawal Sonbhadra.
Which one?
Which
This is the
state?
good one. You think this is the good one? Or
This is
should I?
good, yeah.
Which state?
Sir, UP, Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh.
Okay, so how did you learn about this platform?
Sir, I learn this by getting the ads.
Okay, so so you know that here we have to come with questions and answers. Something which you don't understand, you will ask, and here there are many experts are there. Himanshu ji is there, Deepak ji is there, Amarnath ji is there. There are many experts in different fields. So they will answer your questions. So you have to come with questions. If you
Okay,
don't come with questions, we will ask you questions. So you have to come with questions.
okay, sir.
So is there something in science which you want to ask?
Uh, yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, about the brains.
Yeah, what is it about the brain?
Sir, I have to learn about the parts of brain and how the brain its work.
Okay. So I am a physics person. I don't know much about the brain. Is there someone who can answer his question how a brain works? Deepak ji, you want to answer his question?
Well, that's a 10th grader question. Mm.
This is Kamya
Yeah,
speaking.
yes, yes, sir.
Kamya, you want to answer this question?
Yes, I think so. I can answer his question. Like he wants the parts of brain, right? So
Yes.
there's like forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. So the forebrain and hindbrain is like connected with the midbrain, and then like there are more parts of the brain. Um, so you want to know how the brain works and all, right? So the brain consists of neurons. Like, do you know the parts of neurons?
No, not so much.
Okay, so
Actually,
see,
what do you know about the brain?
I know about the brain, brain control or the about the body parts, and it is the major part of our body. Without it, we cannot survive and etc.
Yeah, that's actually the question. We actually, if you take it in a deep way, we really don't know how, like, why is it so different. But I think I don't think you will understand if I tell it in a more biological way, because you are still in eighth grade, right?
yes, so Suryans, you have to learn a little bit more. So one is about the
Yeah,
brain,
that's exactly. You
yes,
need to know what's a
and
neuron
then
first, and then you need to know like more about
so
the
first
parts of our
you,
body.
yeah, you have to understand what is a neuron, what is a synapse, and
Yeah,
maybe next time we
impulse.
can discuss it. I can tell you few things how we see. We can one aspect I can tell next time. And here is Aryan is raising his hand. What is it that Aryan wants to ask?
Uh, Sir, how we can measure the age and size of the universe?
Measure the
Age and size of the universe.
age and size of the universe.
Yes, sir.
Well, one thing is very interesting that till date we have measured the age to be something like 13.5 billion years is the age. Now, how do we measure? We measure mostly. Suppose we get a light which is the distant from a distant star, and how much time it has taken. The furthest star from that, something, we have the light which is about 13 billion years. So
Oh,
how we say that the age is this much. But recently there are few papers which have come. They say that the size could be still bigger. So they are waiting in this James Webb telescope. If they find something which is coming uh, from very still further away, that is more than 13.5 billion light years away, then we will revise that thing. But size is a very, very important issue because still it is being discussed that could it be more than this. But roughly you can take now the accepted value is 13.5 billion light years. So
yes, sir.
that you understand a billion light, 1 light year, you understand how much it is, isn't it?
It's time that light takes, distance that
Yes.
light takes to cover a year.
Travels, yes.
Yes,
And there is one more interesting thing that has happened, which is for the information of you all. There was a big question which was there, hitting all the scientists since last 100 years. The question was like
yes,
this.
sir.
There is a question which was answered this week. It came in the newspapers, and I also read the paper. The question was this: from last 100 years, there is a question. There is, something called matter. Matter, or we are made of matter, and there is
Yes,
Yes, sir.
something called
yes,
antimatter. Now,
yes,
what
sir.
is that? So like say antimatter hydrogen is made from, so there will be a proton and there is an antiproton. Antimatter of proton will be antiproton and the electron will be positron. The antimatter of electron is positron.
Yes.
So suppose an atom is formed by a typical hydrogen atom which we have here is that there is a proton in the center and there is one electron moving around it, isn't it? And so antimatter hydrogen, how it will look, there will be an antiproton in the center and there will be a positron moving around it. So that we will call antimatter. So, and we can create antiprotons, by the way, this we could discuss someday. We can create antiprotons in accelerators. We can create positrons also. In fact, positrons
Sir, like,
we create, you know, there are many labs you might be having in your city. They call it positron emission tomography. They do the scanning of your brain and that there they produce positrons. So we can produce a positron, we can produce antiproton. So a lab in CERN is a nuclear particles accelerator lab in Europe. They created matter. Now question arises whether, like say, Earth is attracted by sun. Sun is made of matter, Earth is made of matter. But suppose I have a matter and I have antimatter. Will they attract or repel? And it came
Sir,
very surprising. Yes? Hello?
Yes, Suryans. Yes, Suryans.
Sir, they will attract.
Yes?
They will attract.
Hello? No,
Yes, sir,
you're...
they will attract.
Yeah, please tell
Sir,
the
I think
question.
they'll repel, right?
Let me complete, then you can ask the question.
Okay, sir.
So, whether the matter and antimatter, they will repel or they will attract each other. Now, Einstein thought that they will also attract. And this was confirmed last week. An antimatter was created and then it was measured whether Earth is attracting that antimatter or not. Then they found that it is actually attracting. But some people had a theory that said, yeah, Deepak ji, you want to go? So nice having you here. Please come once in a while so that yes. So matter attracts matter and matter attracts also antimatter. It was a very big finding of this last week.
Sir, why is it so?
Yes.
Sir, why is it so?
Simply because, why it is so is another question. It is so simply because the gravitational force was, it is basically a space-time issue actually. So as far as the matter or antimatter is concerned, the space-time distortion takes place by both of them. So both of them should attract each other actually. Means whatever Newton discovered, see, Einstein made a small change in that. That basically what you happen, the gravitational force is that matter, you know, distorts the space-time geometry around the matter. So other particles who come in that, they get, it appears to us that as if they are getting attracted, but actually they are traveling in that space-time. So whether it is matter or whether it is antimatter, it don't matter. That is what people thought. Some people thought, no, they will be repelling each other. There were some theories. So last week, it was confirmed that it's not so. It is both of them, both attract each other. The only other question which people have not answered is that in the universe, there is more matter and less antimatter. Why? When the universe started, there was equal amount of matter and antimatter. But
then
suddenly Yeah, but now we have less antimatter and more matter. Why? This question still has not been answered. So
Sir, they destroyed themselves.
people like Aryan, Kamya, and Mrityunjay, they will answer these questions in future.
Sir, Aryan want to say something, maybe.
Yeah, what is it that you want to say, Aryan?
And sir, maybe they have destroyed themselves and
They have?
destroyed themselves.
Yeah, no, matter. Yeah, but when they are far away from, once they meet each other, they will destroy. But
Yes,
before
sir.
meeting, whether they get attracted or repulsed, that was the question.
Oh,
Like say the two positive charges, though repel each other, and positive and negative charge they attract. Similarly, they thought it will happen in case of matter, but that
oh,
didn't happen, and the experiment proved that the matter also attracts antimatter, so it doesn't behave like the charges. Very interesting finding it is. But now the questions still to be answered is why there is more matter in the universe and why less antimatter. Nobody knows the answer to this question.
oh. Sir,
So
So
where?
like two
Kamya
antimatters will
has a
repel, right?
question. Yes,
So
Kamya.
like yes, sir. Will two antimatters repel then?
No, so now it appears that even antimatters will attract each other.
So they
Sir, because
also like say if
Yes.
a planet is made with antimatter, will they have gravity?
Yes, so they'll behave same as matter only. So if the plant, yeah, this is a very good question. If the plant is made of antimatter, yeah, so they'll behave as a matter only as it appears. So this is the first experiment which was done. It was a very costly experiment. So it was done, and it appears that, but now there will be more experiments will be conducted.
Sir, where?
So what's the main difference between both of them, matter and antimatter, which we should know?
Yeah, main difference is we know that everything, like say every type of matter that we have in the universe, there is an antimatter also existing. Like a proton is there, then antiproton is there. Electron is there, its antimatter is positron is there. Things like that. So,
sir,
so antimatter is made of like say antiprotons, positrons.
Okay.
sir,
Like
Sir, where?
electron has a negative charge, a positron has a positive charge.
sir,
Yeah.
does the neutron have? Neutron is also antimatter.
Yes. So ultimately, again, now the proton is made from quarks. So similarly, neutrons are made from quarks. So there is an anti of that existing also.
So what is like neutrino? Like what is the difference between a neutrino and really the matter?
So neutrino also there
They
will be
say it's like
anti-neutrino will be there.
it doesn't come under matter or antimatter.
No, neutrino has a little bit mass. There is mass is there, no? A little bit of mass is there.
It's matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
But neutrino is very elusive particle. So a neutrino, when it comes
Yes, sir.
from the sun, it just crosses the earth without getting disturbed. In fact, just now at least 1,000 neutrinos are crossing your body and you are not knowing it.
Sir, where it is found the most antimatter?
Sorry, once again.
Sir, where is antimatter found the most?
Yeah, that is now.
We don't really know that.
I also don't know answer to this question. I will try to read somewhere and try to answer your question. No, they are all distributed right now, but we know that the antimatter is less in the universe as compared to matter.
Sir, does the antimatter have mass?
Yes, they also have mass. See, we are able to see this antimatter, if you have you heard, if you go to a hospital, they do PET scan. Suppose you have some problem in the brain, you might have heard. So the doctor tells, please do your PET scan. So PET is what? PET is positron emission tomography. Now positron is an antimatter. So we have methods how to produce positrons in the hospitals. In the city that you are staying, there will be hospitals, there will be a PET. So they produce positrons. So they inject that positron emitting thing in your body and it will emit positron and positron will collide with electron in your body and will send out gamma rays and gamma rays will be detected. From that they will know whether this fellow is there some problem with whether he has a cancer or he has a wound or something like that, So what you told is correct. Yeah, that positron in a very short distance only it gets annihilated. They call it annihilated. So it meets with electron. Its opponent. So electron is matter and positron is antimatter. So they meet and they get destroyed and become gamma ray, a wave, electromagnetic wave. And that is detected. You'll find. Recently, I myself got it done. One PET scan I got done just for a diagnostic purpose. So they put me inside there and they gave the injection of the positron emitting substance. It's quite common now.
So,
So
sir, can I?
Mrityunjay has a question. Yeah, Aryan. Acha, Mrityunjay first has a question. What is that?
Yes, sir. So actually, I was saying that like in the level of quarks, so quarks also like convert to and antiquarks and like and convert back to quarks simultaneously. So at the
Yeah.
same time, the moment when the quarks are converted to antiquarks, so that time antimatter can be generated. So where does that matter go? Like, that antimatter go? Like, doesn't it create a chaos in the matter substance?
I would not like to answer your question immediately, but let me first, um, um, after this, I will try to think over your question first of all. Let me, then I'll answer this one. But
Okay, sir.
one interesting thing is that see, you are all made of quarks, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Aryan is made of quarks. Kamya is made of quarks. You are also made of quarks.
Yes, sir.
But we never see quarks. Have you ever seen a quark?
No.
No,
No.
sir.
Why we don't see a quark? Huh? Why we don't see a quark? We are all made of quarks and we don't see quarks at all.
Maybe
Because
like they're mixed up like in chemical reactions and then we don't see it. I don't really know if it's.
because they are fundamental particles and we cannot see them with the normal observation, normal vision, because they don't interact with photons. They
Uh,
make up particles that interact with photons.
no, actually, the quarks which are there in a proton, they are bound so strongly that they cannot be thrown outside. They are all always remain together.
Yes,
They,
sir.
they are they are bound so strongly. So you can't see. How do we see protons? What we do is that we hit an atom with an energetic particle and it hits a proton and proton comes out. But when we hit a proton we can see, we can isolate, we can do experiments with it. But if unless we don't hit proton with very strongly, the quarks will not come out. And quarks are seen, and people do experiments with quarks, but only in the accelerators. Like say you have in Europe or you have in USA big accelerators where they hit the proton with use energy by another proton, so much energy that the proton breaks into quarks, and it is then they see the quarks and do experiments with that. But in normal life in our house, no, the quarks cannot be, they are so strongly bound, so we never see quarks in our house. In fact, nobody
Sir,
knew it only until it was found. Hello? Yes.
yes, sir.
Yeah, you wanted to, you were asking some question?
No, sir, can I say something that I have prepared?
Can I see?
No, sir. Can I speak about that I have prepared?
What is the topic?
Sir, I quizzes.
Yeah, sorry, we interrupted you. So carry on, we continue with that. And but we can ask you questions in between, no? Whenever you say something hard,
Okay.
we can ask, Kamma can also ask, I can also ask, because you speak many very difficult words which I don't understand. So I can always ask you, isn't it?
Okay, sir. Sir, a
Okay.
quasar is an energetic object in space that looks like a star. They are actually galaxies very far away with very bright cores in the middle. They are probably the brightest object in the whole universe, many times brighter than normal galaxies.
Okay.
Uh, a quasar would look like a faint star-like object because they are very far from us. The most distant and thus earliest quasars known were formed at less than billion years after the Big Bang. Individual quasars appear as their central black holes begin to accelerate gas at high rates, probably triggered by a merger with another galaxies, lifting up the mass of the central black hole. It happens when a black hole gains enormous mass.
Okay.
Astronomers think that quasars are located in galaxies which have black holes at their center.
Okay.
Look, sir,
No, so you want to speak more?
no, sir. Few lines are only left.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Uh, there are about 40 known quasars spotted within a billion years of the Big Bang, and they weigh around a billion solar masses. The Hubble Space Telescope achieved its exposure June 2022 with a snapshot of a quasar that is about 9 billion light years away from the uh, Earth. That is, yes, we also have pictures of quasar
So
by
how much?
Hubble Space Telescope.
So Aryan, how much is 1 billion? How many zeros are there in 1 billion?
Sir, 9.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
How many zeros are there in 1 billion?
9. Hello, sir.
Yeah. How
Sir,
many
9.
zeros? How many?
Sir, 9.
9.
Yes, sir.
And what does Kamya say? Kamya, how much do you think? How many zeros are there?
So 9 only.
Okay. So we all agree to this 9 then.
Yes.
So you,
Nice.
so you said
Good
about
evening, sir.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Amanal sir also joined, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, continue, you guys. I have been listening for some time.
so so are there more questions now? Kamya, you have any question? How come you people don't have questions? I have so many questions in the house.
Sir,
I
I
don't
did, but then
understand.
I keep on thinking, and then I forget when the moment
I,
is is there.
I,
Like I remember it sometime, and then I just forget suddenly.
Yes.
Kamya, next time please note down question.
Yeah, sometimes I do, but then it goes out at the moment I think itself.
Sir,
yes.
there is a theory that at the black hole the speed of time is very slow. Why is it so?
Yes. So have you heard that suppose I have a son and my son goes in a rocket at a very high speed. So for him, the time will be moving slower. So after, let us say, suppose 1 year, he comes back, then I'll find that he's still younger, but I have become older by 1 year. So this is the concept of the time actually. The time, just like the position, like position is a very relative thing. Similarly, it is Einstein who came and said that even time is one of the dimension of this universe. So our universe is four-dimensional: X, Y, Z, or G, some people call it. So three dimension is space and the time. So time is also something which moves. And this conclusion came. You are in class 8, so I think probably by class 10 you will be hearing that the velocity of light is constant. So the
Yes, the
people
speed of
derive
light is
from this.
constant.
Yes, speed of light is constant,
Yes,
but
sir.
that is only possible if the time is not a fixed thing. Time depends on in which system it is. So this you will learn in class 10. Maybe someday we can also discuss in detail this one. So time is also a variable thing. मेरे लिए घड़ी जितना स्पीड से चलेगा और कोई दूसरे रॉकेट में है उसका घड़ी डिफरेंट स्पीड से चलेगा. Very interesting. Uh, Mrityunjay, you have any question?
Sir, I actually have a question right now.
Yes, sure. Please go ahead.
Sir, do you know like the evolution
The evolution of what?
of life on Earth? So like
Oh, yes.
people say that yeah, I heard like people saying like we have come from like descended from apes. Is that really true?
So, I'm not a biology student. I will attempt. Is there someone who wants to attempt this answer?
Well, I am also not biologist, but based on the general knowledge, I'll say a few words about it.
Yes. Please
So
go ahead.
yeah. So first thing is that if you're really interested in studying evolution, you should try to understand the Hindu mythological Dasavatar system. Okay, so
Yes.
that will give you one clue of how evolution happened. And then when you compare that with what the modern scientists Darwin and other people have said, you will see that it looks like it's a mirror image of what is already discovered in Hinduism. So yes, like for example, life first appeared, I think, in water, and that's how the when the biological the cells were produced, and then cells started multiplying, and then the multiplication of cell and their interaction with each other, that is how the species were developed. And in that process you have once the species develop, then it is also going through evolution. The genetic mutation is happening, and then that's how the shape and size of the different species are changing, and that process is continuing. It's it's uh, it's not that we are not evolving. Even now we are uh, evolving from one shape to another shape, just like our forefather, different before the Homo sapiens. I don't remember all the different names, but I was watching a show yesterday that there is, even in the human species, we have like five, six different species who developed in Africa, and then how gradually we have been changing to Homo sapien. So yes, evolution is a truth. Scientifically, it is proven that that's how we have evolved, and I think in the near future there will be more proof coming for it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So you're in class 10 come here, so they must be already teaching you Darwin's theory, isn't it?
So like they just started that thing. I know actually that part was actually cancelled from my textbook, so I need to go and search. And
Yeah.
so like yeah, my biology teacher was saying like we have descended from apes, and also that's why I asked the
No,
question.
actually, it should not be from the apes. That is not
Yeah,
the
that's
true.
what I opposed, ma'am.
Yeah,
Like, ma'am,
yeah,
actually not
yeah.
apes. So,
Because
like, and
apes.
my mom was
Yeah,
like, no, we are from apes. There are many proofs and all. So
yeah.
that's why I
So
asked.
apes is highly advanced product if you think about it. Before apes, we have evolved for so many millions of years. Then we become ape, if you consider that way. But basically, that's why it's very important that you go on the YouTube. You will find so much material on this one. Just
No, but
search.
I can't, like, most of them are, like, mostly, like, fake ones. So I don't trust those things.
And then I think one time I had posted in this group that comparison of Darwin theory with the Hindu evolution system. That is a very good video. Maybe Pankaj can find it and repost it. Um, if I find it, I'll also repost it. It's very interesting to see that both modern science as well as the ancient Indian science, they pretty much match with each other to a certain extent. For example, like fish is the first one in Hindu tradition, we call it. And then after that we have the turtle, which can which can move in water as well as on the earth. That is our second incarnation. And then gradually the third is born, like that. So if you read, then you will see the scientific significance that how we have been evolving. But yes, there is a
Amarnath
noise.
ji.
There is a noise.
So
Okay.
So Kamya, so okay, to add to what Amarnath ji is saying, so basically you will be surprised that the DNA of, let us say, fish, DNA you understand.
Okay,
Have you
sir.
heard of DNA?
Yes, sir. Obviously, the
DNA,
information
RNA
of
you understand. So the first
yeah.
cell which was formed was a just either RNA or the virus we have. Virus is the COVID virus which was there. It was just a RNA virus. So when
Yes.
RNA virus came and the DNA virus came, both of them joined together. Then we had the first living cell. But every
Oh wow.
DNA, made of a chain of proteins, which are called. There are four types of proteins: A, T, S, which is the other one. Yes. So there are four types of proteins. Now it is the change of these proteins and the structure of these proteins and their locations that changes, and you'll find the different species they come into existence. And that happens, you will read in your book what Darwin, in a very simple language, he said is
Sir,
that
I think that's there in 11th grade. Yeah, I think
yeah,
that's
so
the
it is the survival of the fittest. Maybe next time I will discuss about this. What does it mean actually, survival of the fittest? But to your question, whether we have come from ape, the DNA of ape and the DNA of human beings, they are similar as much as 99.999%. So they
okay.
have almost
Almost.
the same DNA as, and surprisingly, a plant leaf also has DNA. You will find the DNA of a plant and ours. There are so many similarities because in the process of evolution, no, all these things have evolved. So there are many things still are common, and many things have changed, and they are constantly changing. So it's
Yeah.
you know. So
I think I read somewhere that the DNA of plants are almost like 90% similar to us. So you can
77,
imagine that
77%.
77%. Yeah. So
Yes.
basically, every species you can think of, we pretty much have common things, and that's why it is possible that we are all evolving and constantly changing. That is a fact, and there is no end of it. We don't know how the human will look, let's say, a million years from now.
Like
That is
there
what
is
you
a
guys.
very interesting thing that had the dinosaurs not gone, had they not been destroyed, human beings could not have been formed, you see.
Yeah.
So just because the dinosaurs went away from the earth, the human beings came. So so it is a process of small changes. They keep on happening and giving rise to new animals and new living things, and
You
that's
have
how we'll
to.
be evolving.
Yeah, you have to thank evolution to the astrophysics, because of if these planets were not there, if this galaxy was not there, you know, they precise their interaction has produced the environment on the planet Earth where species can develop and progress. So we have to thank all these planets and their like Malik ji had once said that I think some of the materials which we have in our bodies are coming from the other planets, and
Not some, all the materials. There is no material in our body which was produced on Earth. They have all come from the stellar explosions.
what about water?
Every,
What water?
everything. Water means hydrogen and oxygen. So hydrogen and
Hydrogen and
oxygen.
oxygen.
So it has come. Oxygen was there is on Earth. We have no mechanism of forming any atom. We can't form on the Earth. We don't have. So, it has come from a stellar explosion, and here it has got combined. But on Earth, there is no process that is happening to change one element from one to the other. except in the accelerators. In the accelerators, which are man-made accelerators, we can change one element to another element, to which I devoted all my life. So, Kamya, are you satisfied with the answer?
Yes, I have another question.
Yeah, what is that?
Sir, the DNA of dinosaur and humans, are they similar?
Yeah, that is what I told you. See, even the plants and our DNA, they are so similar, so similar. So even the dinosaurs' DNA and even why dinosaur, even bacteria, virus, the DNAs are very similar. Very lot of similarities are there. It's a very complex process. You know, small changes had made many big changes. But it is just a play of this DNA and RNA getting mutated, what Amarnath ji said. It is the process of mutation which keeps on taking place. And it's going on. So, yeah, what about any other question?
Yes, Suryan.
There is a theory that yes, sir, there is a theory that there is a parallel universe also in our galaxy. So is it true or not?
So this is just a theory. Means people think that there is, but there is no proof of till now.
Not in a galaxy though.
No, there is a theory. What he's saying, I think it came in the last few days newspaper. Also, something was there. So that there is a parallel universe. Means we have one universe. There is another universe is there. So there are multiverse. They call it not uni, but they call it multiverse. So there are many universes. So this is a theory. There is no till date we have no what do you call justification or evidence of that. So we cannot talk about it.
Okay,
In
sir.
science, we can talk only for which there is evidence. Otherwise, everybody can make some theory. I can make theory. You can make one theory. Everybody can make a theory, but there has to be some evidence.
Yes, sir.
Basically, this multiverse is coming because of the quantum mechanics. Okay, so not today, but some other day we'll discuss why quantum mechanics is forcing people to have the concept of multiverse.
Okay, sir.
So where did you read this parallel universe, Suryans?
Sir, in the news at the mobile, in the Google, I see some news
In the
that
Google, in the Google, is it?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So there are many theories. People, which is in science, people make theories, but you have to give evidence for that. No, there has to be some evidence. Then only we accept it. Otherwise, it is anything can say anything. So Pankaj ji, now should we call it a day?
Sorry, sir.
So should we now close? It's now 10:30,
Yes, yes.
10:20. Or you have some more questions? Everybody is tired
Himanshu
now.
ji, you have any question? Himanshu ji.
Himanshu
Himanshu ji.
ji is one of our experts.
Yes,
No, sir. Sorry. No, I don't have any questions, to be honest. My son might have. Do you have any question? Nothing. Yeah.
So Himanshu ji, your son will can say something about himself.
Yeah, why not? Say about yourself. And say something. No, yeah, you first say something about you. Say about your name. Where do you live?
I used to live in India, but now I live in Canada because of the coronavirus, I think.
What's your name?
My name's Atav.
And in which class, which grade you read? What do you like in Canada? What do you like in India? Do you miss India?
Yes, I
How
miss
much?
them a lot.
Lots. Okay.
And in my school, grade 1,
And what do you like?
with my friends and when we go outside to play.
And सबको प्रणाम करो. बोलो प्रणाम.
Pranam.
Very good. So which class did
Very
he say?
Can I have
Which
tea?
class?
grade 1. Grade 1.
Grade 1.
Grade 1. Oh my God. He's the youngest scientist in the group.
Yes, sir.
The scientist group.
So you have any question?
Do you have any questions to ask
About
about anything?
what is going? Which is this?
It's a group, expert group too. If you ask question, you will get the answer. And chocolate too.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Are you crazy?
Yes, I'm a little bit. Do you want to ask any question? Do you have any
When
query?
did the dinosaurs leave the earth?
He's asking when did the dinosaur leave the earth?
Oh yeah, about 65 million years ago.
Can I have tea?
Any other
Very
question?
good. Very good
No.
question. Very good question.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
So I have one question for you. Why did they leave the earth?
Say, he's asking you a question. Can you repeat one more time, please, sir?
So why did dinosaurs leave the earth?
Because the meteorite hit them.
Because?
The
Wow,
meteorite.
very nice.
What did you say?
Oh, he
The
answered.
meteorite hit them. That's why they are gone.
Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah. He's going to be pakka scientist.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So Amarnath ji, I have suggested Pankaj ji, as we are
No.
having on Saturday one this on science, on another day we should have something related to some, say like how to use a mobile, how to use Chat GPT, how what to do computer stuff, which young people might be interested. I
And I would
find.
like to know photography.
Yes, in fact, the mobiles have become so complicated, and I find even young people and as well as old people, they are not able to use the mobile effectively. So we could devote one day to that, learning those skills.
Yeah, but the problem is that this is going to be the same group, so you can. I mean, Pankaj has been trying his best to bring some new people, but it's very difficult. We we tried to do something on Sunday, like we said, okay, let's see if the people are interested in music, Gana Bajana. So even then, it's not picking up. So I think what we should do is that if you want to begin with, maybe we can alternate, or you can do like half and half time. Half.
No, or on say Thursday, we could devote one Thursday to these things, means learning the skills of mobile, computer, Chat GPT, and things like that. We can
Pankaj,
try
what do you
it, sir.
think? Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean,
Himanshu ji, it will possible to join Thursday 9 to 10.
Yeah, it is possible Monday to Friday for me. Saturday, Sunday, it's very hard for me, to be honest.
Yes, yes. Okay,
Today
okay.
I'm free,
Then
that's why I
Thursday.
joined. Okay. And for
Sure.
mobile use, I have only one point to add here. So for all of whoever, because we go with the default, we need to learn how to get rid of the default. So when we
Yeah, that
buy
is
the phone,
very good, very good. Yeah, that's the thing. Yes.
keep only those stuff which is required. Apart from that, remove it. So when I bought the phone, whenever I buy the phone, I remove lots of softwares and apps. Hmm. If just very minimalist is very important in this world to achieve any success. Otherwise, too much distraction is here, and mainly Instagram, Facebook, these all real stuff. You should not have in the phone. Or if you want to make it more little bit lots of knowledge, if you want on that, there is a one book called Make Time, written by two Googleist person, how they used to manage the time. They will also talk about this all like a not chat GPT, but there was something else, and how we can use the tool efficiently to optimize our work. Tools made for to make us our life simple, and we will have some free time. But if you see nowadays, it's a opposite. we are we are all the time with the tools and gears, and we don't have a time for our social life and family, talking to each other face to face and all those things.
Yeah, it's really sad. So maybe Pankaj, what do you think? Then Thursday, you want to give a
Yes,
time?
sir. Yes, sir. Thursday night, 9 to 10 p.m.
Yeah. Okay, so here you go. So Thursday night, you all are invited. Invite your friends too. That will be kind of general topic. And Himansuji, I one time want you to talk about in that meeting maybe about the website development, because I I need help. I want to develop. We have started here Mithila State Foundation, and I'm looking for some volunteers to help me how to develop a website for Mithila State Foundation. Since you have expertise in that area, I remember one time you were talking about it. Maybe
Yeah, yeah. I
you
have,
can, yeah. So you
I
can
have,
help us guide us. How can we do that one?
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I have
I was
multiple.
actually I'm glad to see you. I was thinking about you to call about that one. We just started this process of setting up a basically what we are trying to do is that we are trying to develop a intellectual group of Mithila people who will generate the papers, research papers on different areas of science, technology, sociology, economics, all this, and we will archive all that papers at one place. That's the goal, and then gradually maybe we can see if we can have one annual conference, a digital conference. So that is what we had discussed. I had discussed with Mallik ji and other people. I was going to call you because I wanted you to be part of it in many respects, because we want to make it an international Mythil group from all the different countries, not just from one place. So
Sure.
we'll talk about it some other time, but
Yeah.
that's one of the help I need. So yes, so Thursdays then, Pankaj.
Yes, sir. Thursday, 9 to 10 p.m. Yes, sir.
Yeah, make a separate title for that one, so that it is kind of comprehensive. Maybe Malikji, you can advise him what should be the title of that.
Uh,
Something
yeah, okay.
new technology.
Modern technology.
Modern technology. Yes.
Yeah, let us suggest
How to
in your
back,
group. We'll
how
suggest.
to go back, how to go back to the history. That could be also a very interesting title. It's very not clear. I'm just giving my opinion. It's not clear. Why do anybody wants to go back to history or go back to backdate anything? Eh,
Sorry, I didn't get your point, Himanshu ji. Go back to history means We discussed the
Actually,
historical.
no, go back to back days, like nowadays. I don't know if you all observing on that or not, but I think uh, uh, I'm very disciplined, but still sometimes I by default like I have a photography, so I have an Instagram page, Facebook, WhatsApp, my own website, and all those things. So sometimes I install some Instagram and other stuffs, and sometimes I waste my around 2 hour watching the reel one after one, one after one. Uh, so I hate
No,
that. I hate a
no,
lot. I
but
can't tell you.
Himanshuji, what do you think? That suppose you were born 1,000 years back, so the life that you would have led and the life that you are leading now, which one you think is better?
None of them, to be honest. So not that bad, but definitely it, it, so that's a balance needs to find out, and we can see previously there was not huge difference if we see between the iswi, like your 60s 70s, there's not huge difference in terms of social life, but now there's a huge difference in past and now in terms of social life.
Yeah. So for the young scientist, it is a very good point Himanshu is mentioning. You guys should pay attention to this. That before the industrial revolution, we were stagnant uh, for a very very long time. And example I give is that if you look at the war of Ramayana and war of Mahabharata, you don't see any big change. They have the same weapons in Ramayana, same in Mahabharata. Similarly, if you look at all the wars, ancient wars of the whole world, you see pretty much stagnant. Same type of weapons, spears, arrow, sword, those kind of stuff, chariot use, you know, and we have stayed in that stagnant mode for a very long time. And then when the industrial revolution started, whole thing changed. So basically, we our modern society is the product of the industrial revolution, which happened what we call it 16th 17th century. I think that's when we started,
Yeah,
and it is of course
correct.
ongoing right now. So yes,
Yeah, it's
Oh,
very nice. In fact, I would like to stay about 1,000 years in advance. Actually, I wish I could stay then. Himanshuji, maybe
Yeah,
we could discuss this. Yeah,
yeah,
very
no,
nice point.
yes, because I can't express everything, but uh, I think if anything is free, if you something is getting offered as a free, your first answer for all students should be no.
yes, nothing is free. Yeah,
and and
remember,
and I will not explain why. Go all the students, whoever is there, think about it. Nothing is free.
there is always
That's
catch.
true.
Yeah.
but Himanshu ji, we taken every day, every oxygen is it's a free of cost in our society.
No. Oxy. So, did anybody came to you and offered you that? No. That's a God. That's a uh, Parmeshwar. Father, mother, whatever give it to you, that would be priceless. Okay, it's a free of cost, no doubt. But
That's
it's a complete
priceless.
different. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, being with the I had worked with multiple country, multiple people, multicultural, everywhere. I'll say everywhere has the same problem. End of the day, everyone is human being. Like everybody has the same blood, maybe
Yep.
group different, but everyone lives works like the our lives. Okay, so the problem is also same. What I can see from today onwards, like see today it's very hard to trust on the social media news. AI could create your simulation, looks like you, like talking like you. Will you be trust? people will trust still, and that could create some noise in the market, and slowly and gradually that would be open. And history will repeat. People will not trust on anything over the overseas or anywhere else. People will only trust and start believing face to face. Not only people like us, big organization, big country also will start doing the same thing. Like in the past, we meet together, we talk together, nobody will trust on anything on the social media or anywhere or any mobile phones or anything. uh, that's going to be happen, but that's a second story. But the problem is with the new generation. The new generation students and folks just don't have the patience. I see with my child also. I'm getting bored very quickly. Okay, they don't have like the way we used to. Means I cannot express all those things, but you all can feel it. What I'm trying to say, and if this will be continued, I think we have the bigger problem than anything else.
So actually, Himanshu ji, the science has brought in last 300 years things which are good. But you see, there are also things which can be misused by people. It is not science misusing it. It is people who are misusing it. Like say, it's making an atom bomb, it has come from scientific principles. But it is the politicians, they have made a misuse of that, made
Yeah,
an atom bomb, you see. So if you properly use science, your life now is much better than what it would have been had you, if you decide to go back, say, by 1,000 years. Another thing which I say is very interesting, you see. I remember in 1964 there was a famine in Bihar, and there was a much bigger famine in Bihar in 1943. It seems in Bengal also, in which 25 million people died
oh
because
my
there was
god.
no food.
Mhm.
25 million means, you understand, 2.5 crore people died. There is no good estimate of how many people died in Bihar. There are only, approximations are there. So the number could be much bigger. And now you see in India, India has become exporter of wheat. Can you see the difference what science has made, you see? Just because of one person, Swaminathan, he died
Yeah,
yesterday. Yeah. Just see what is the change that has come in 30 years. Where we used to bring, wheat and everything. It used to come, I remember in my childhood.
Correct.
That we were given वो जो
That,
PL40 ना 480 ना क्या होता था एक ठो
right, right,
यूएसए
right.
से wheat आता था, मिल्क आता था.
तो मैं
Oh,
वही कह रहा
what a
था.
terrible life it was. And
Yes,
now you see India is an exporter of wheat.
correct. So that's what
So,
I'm trying to say. Like when we like asking any straightforward question, they can found out in the Google right away. But
hmm.
our generation should know what we like. Not me, only you all. How we seen that past, and how technology could distract you and disturb
That is
you.
this I agree. This I
Yeah.
agree with you.
So
Yeah, yeah.
there is a
This,
advantage and disadvantage. So
yes, yes. This,
advantage they can see, disadvantage come from the experience,
yeah,
because
yeah.
disadvantage has the depth of the impact. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's
Yeah,
if we bring.
I find lot of these YouTube channels which have come up, lakhs of them, millions of them, they are spreading wrong fake news.
Yes, and
You know?
anybody today become a speaker without having a proper credentials with them, just
Right.
reading here and there, and the same garbage is moving on here. And so I have seen so many things, and
I,
then
I,
just
I
to
I
get.
agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. Talking about that, since we are talking about here, like this India versus Canada uh, recent things, I cannot make a head or tail of it. What's going on?
No,
So
it will depend on which YouTube channel you are listening to.
no, don't listen to Indian news channel, listen to the global news channel. I'll suggest Indian
Yeah.
news channel. There was previously some news channel funded by the different organization. Now there are so many YouTube, don't know much, they need to post every day. Means I'm in Canada, And if you remember, just few minutes back, I was doing the shopping around my house. The farmer comes to the place and they sell there, so I was buying that. I specifically Saturday, every Saturday. So so I was buying in whole, like, I'm a photographer, I visit all the city nearby here. Nowhere have any issue at all on the ground.
Hmm.
The way the people are chatting and talking in India, people, whoever is here, they're not chatting, not talking anything about that.
Yeah.
So so
Yeah.
see, there's a difference. And if you don't believe, go and see the Toronto news channel
Yeah.
and see how much they are talking about this.
Okay.
The way the
So
India, oh
I
my
know it
god.
is a diversion, but I just, since you are from Canada, tell us what actually, in brief, what actually happened. Was it that Indian government involved in killing that Sikh separatist leader? And how big is this Sikh separatist movement in Canada right now? Is it really a threat for India, or it is just like they are wishing to have their homeland, which many other people do also?
So I'll brief it in very few lines. Okay.
Yeah.
First thing, I don't know if India is involved in killing him or not. Okay.
Mhm.
Nobody will killed until God allow. Who killed doesn't matter.
Mm.
So that's, I don't know. Six Khalistani Sikhs are have a majority here, around 20%, mainly in Vancouver and Toronto as well. And most of them are Muslim from Pakistan. They are not really a person who means it force, not a real like a person who has a complete freedom, I'll suggest. So those types of people. And and if the person does not have the brain like a what we call gadha, gadhe ko agar paisa de diya jaye, तो it's always a means if your neighbor is गधा है, उसको उसके पास पैसा और रिसोर्स है, तो उससे आप पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट एक्सपेक्ट मत करिए,
Mm.
क्योंकि वो गधा है, वो गधे वाला काम करेगा, ठीक है, और
Mm.
उसको रिसोर्स भी मिला पड़ा है. So like Pakistan fund them to create a noise in India. So yeah, that's, but time has changed, so many controls and everything is here and there. So and so there's no impact on the ground, to be honest, but yes, they are a threat for India, no doubt. They could do something like recently they did it. There was a farmer stack farmer was on Delhi something, and they were funding all the money from here. And so those things, like they fund money from here to there and they create some noise, they against Modi, they against Hinduism. They do some small things like going on a temple, buying temple, painting there, writing wrong words and all those things in the night. Apart from that,
Do you
Indian,
okay? Let me ask a specific question, which is really impacting all of us. Is there any Sikh versus Hindu class happening in
no,
Canada
no,
because of all this thing?
no,
Okay, so you guys are all safe. I mean, it is not that
no, I haven't
because
seen
many
anything.
because many places I have seen that Hindus are being targeted by Sikh and Muslims, and which is related to again the separatist movement. So there is nothing like that.
No,
Okay.
no, nothing, nothing. Only
Okay.
impact is India stopped the visa. So
Yeah.
who, that's only the impact. Apart from that, I haven't seen any issue. I'm being a member of so many group here, and
Yeah.
total around, I know around 25 folks are on the whole 4-5 group. None of group reported anything anywhere in whole Toronto and Vancouver. So
Okay.
I
And
don't expect.
okay. Another question: what is the political compulsion for Trudeau to support this Khalistani? What is
So
this?
so now the interest rate in Toronto is around 6.5. Okay,
Mm.
and the Trudeau, uh, he don't have a good member in, means he's not a good leader. So if you
Mm.
don't have a leader good and he has the control for last 10 years, you know how much impact he did it for the on ground. So he did it too much impact on the ground. That's why everybody, the Canadian, the core Canadian as well, don't like him anymore, and everybody wants him to get rid of. So Trudeau will not able to win next year election at all, and the opposition, Perry, I guess, he is very strong, very good. So people are liking him, because I
Mm,
also like him, because
mm.
his reason, his thought, very much good looks on the ground, to be honest. uh, and I think he required. Now it's a food crisis in Canada. There are lots of crises in Canada so far, in the
Mm.
current situation. So people don't like him. So that's the one problem. Trudeau is not going to win on themselves, and the opposition is not going to collaborate with them. So he has only one party left, NDP, and NDP is the supporter of Khalistani.
Mm.
So if he go against Khalistani, that party also will withdraw their participation with them, and then he will not able to be next year onward PM. So that's what is diplomatic situation here.
What is the ratio of Sikh versus Hindus in Canada right now?
So there is Sikh, but those Sikh don't support Khalistani. So Khalistani Sikh versus Hindu,
Mm.
because the Brampton is a big place, and I know 95% log is the Sikh in
Mm.
Brampton, but those Sikhs are Indian Hindu, not Khalistani Hindu.
Okay.
So
No, no, no.
they
My
were,
my question is that if you take the uh, uh, Pakistani Muslims and Indian Khalistanis as a group compared to like other Indians like Hindus or say Buddhist or say Christian together, what is the ratio of that? Like
I think I
let's
will
say
have to look.
just
Uh,
rough idea.
a rough idea is like it's area wise. Overall, I don't have a clarity. In Toronto, I can tell you like Hindu is around 35% nowadays.
Mhm.
Muslim and Khalistani would be around 20 to 23%,
Okay.
including Muslim.
So in general, Hindus are more compared
Yes.
to that group, right?
No.
In overall in
Yes.
Canada.
Yes. And
Yeah.
in
So
ministry also,
uh,
in ministry and on higher table, the
yeah,
who runs the diplomat and the bureaucrats
yeah.
are also Indians,
Okay.
major.
So basically we have the more votes. So vote
Yes.
counts, right? So if
Yes.
they attract them, then they will lose our vote, Hindu votes.
Correct.
And
They will not go against us, because if we pull out, there are
yeah.
so many in Hindu, so they will have major impact. But
Okay.
what they are trying to do, they are saying, they are not talking about Hindu. If you listen them, they are very specific in terms of wording. Canadian citizen.
Mm.
They will always use Canadian citizen. They don't talk about any religious stuff, because
Okay.
they're very smart. They know that what will happen, but nobody like Trudeau here. So more or less looks like next year Trudeau will not win unless and until some external force support him, like a US and other country do something.
I don't think anybody else is supporting him.
Yes.
There is no interest.
In yes, US could, because US wants someone dump here. Because the opposition Perry is not dump, he will do some changes which will
Mhm.
impact the US export and import. So that only I see. But apart from all this,
Okay. Good. Thank you. Thank you for explaining.
yeah. So thank you.
All right. I guess Pankaj, Malik ji
Yes,
left.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So we are only 2-3 people. So I think we can call it off tonight. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We had
Thank
great
you.
time. Yeah. So see you guys Thursday. Bye.
Yes, yes, yes.